Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Bithoulkas, and it's time for The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 8, Chapter 16, The Rescue. And it is this season finale. And you know what that means when there's a season finale? It means there's a contest here. So, yes, I will do that at the end of this. Let me take care of some business first, and we'll get all into it. If you like what you see here, like, share, and subscribe. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. Basically, what YouTube does, takes the algorithms of all the stuff you've been watching and tries to match it as best as possible. One of the videos is my vast video library and pops it up there just for you. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button. If you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you get the bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube actually notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule I put up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media, so Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. No tiers set up on the Patreon. I'm waiting until I hit 1,000 subscribers, and that way I can give you something in return for the money that you send me. Also, I have links to this YouTube channel, my Facebook page, and for those of you who still have Facebook, a Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. All right. Spoiler alert. If you have not seen the episode, what the fuck are you doing here? Go and watch it. Come on back. This will be a video. You can comment down below in the comment section because there are some huge fucking spoilers. Yes, there are. Yeah, and if you're one of those people that waited until the very end, for the last episode to drop before watching the entire season, you've already probably gotten spoiled on a whole bunch of stuff already. So holy fuck, Luke Skywalker. That's all I can say. Bib Fortuna. Lots of stuff happening. So the one thing that disappointed me about this entire episode was it gives credence to the fucking rise of Skywalker, unfortunately, because we do find out that Dr. Pershing is a clone specialist, and he was looking specifically for a subject with a high midichlorian count, which obviously means that he was working on cloning Sheev Palpatine into that shitstorm of a chapter or episode 9, the Rise of Skywalker thing. Yeah, that was the only thing that pissed me off about the entire episode. Everything else was good. I mean, and great. I mean, the whole interaction with bo-katan and Boba Fett about him being a donor and not a true Mandalorian, which kind of makes you wonder where they draw the line as to who can actually be a Mandalorian. Obviously, I was explaining this to Sasha last night, as a matter of fact, who I was showing the first 4 episodes of The Mandalorian season 1. She hadn't seen it. And she was kind of confused, going, wait, are Mandalorians, is it a where you're born, or is it a following, what you believe? And I said, it's both. You can be both born on Mandalore and be a Mandalorian that way. And you can also be inducted into the creed of the Mandalorian and follow the ways of the Mandalore, and both be a Mandalorian by birth and by creed of what you follow, which is kind of confusing for some people. I understand this. It's one of those weird Star Wars things, but yeah, but going back to the episode, getting this whole group together, and also talking to Feisty Fan, who graces us with her presence every now and then. I didn't even really I didn't really think about this, but all of the people that take the bridge of the ship of Grand Moff Gideon's ship are mostly female. There's really only one male in this whole group, and that's Din Djarin, and a great role model for women, little girls, all this stuff. And it was something I didn't even think of, quite honestly, because it wasn't something that they kind of hammered you home with. And it wasn't something, like all these other channels out there, shall we say, that are kind of on the misogynist side, that get kind of, butt hurt whenever there's a woman in charge, kind of thing. All I know is I didn't recognize that, and I dig it, honestly. I really do dig that they did that without having to, like, make it a big deal about it. It actually happened, and it was there, and it was like, "Cool, this actually works." Um, and Grand Moff Gideon, being the badass that he is, kinda knows that they're gonna go for the bridge, and so, of course, goes to, where the child is, and he's basically gonna give the child up to Din Djarin, supposedly, and then pulls out the dark saber and says, "Nope, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you." And but also has an alternative motive in this, because alternative motive, I should say, where if he knows that if Din Djarin beats him, which he obviously will, and takes the dark saber, that the dark saber cannot go to Bo-Katan because she is not wanted in battle, and therefore needs to fight Din Djarin, who is now pretty much rightful ruler of Mandalore at this point, because he has bested someone in combat who had the dark saber. So that adds another wrinkle to everything as well. So if you didn't stay till after the credits, you would miss the big thing that happened too. Is Boba Fett and Fennec Shan go back to Jabba the Hutt's palace on Tatooine, where a very fat Bib Fortuna has taken over, and Boba kills him and all his guards and takes over. He is now, I guess, a new crime lord. And he's also, we get the announcement that the book of Boba Fett is coming in December of 2021. So, yes, we had a whole bunch of stuff happen. And also, like I said, Luke Skywalker shows up to take Grogu and train him at the Jedi Academy, his new Jedi Academy, which we know how that's going to turn out, because Kylo Ren supposedly kills everyone at the Jedi Academy, which means, is Grogu dead then by the time we get to the episode 7, 8, and 9? Or did he escape somehow? Did he leave Luke's Jedi Order? We don't know. We also know that, he's 50 years old. He's still a child. But by the time he was 100, Yoda, who is of the same race, obviously, or, according to Ahsoka, that Yoda was actually training people. He was a Jedi master by the time he was 100. So there's a whole bunch of questions that are still there that we don't know about. But fuck yeah, good episode. And then we got the Dark Troopers too. So we got that Beskar spear being put to good use, taking out one of the Dark Troopers. And then we got to see some good old-fashioned Jedi action. I loved Cara Dune's, "Oh, great, one X-Wing fighter, we're saved." And, yeah, fuck you, you were. I mean, because without you, those Dark Troopers would just torn right through you. And, yeah, having Luke going through and just taking out the entire squadron of Dark Troopers without really even breaking stride. I mean, he stopped a little bit to kind of crush one here and there or cut one down the middle. But yeah, he fucking just went right through them like a hot knife through butter or a lightsaber through steel. Apple Crow says they needed to have Grogu take the dark saber and become Mandalore the Adorable. Yeah, that would have been funny. So really damn good episode. And does this leave us now? Are we still going to follow Din Djarin at this point? I know Boba Fett's getting his own, series now, the Book of Boba Fett. But are we going to, and Din Djarin also lifting off his helmet in front of everybody, by the way. So, so Grogu could actually see his face for the last time before he takes off to the Jedi Academy, is also a big deal there. So he has finally broken the way of the Death Watch, if you will, and is now just a Mandalorian. So he's learning at this point that Mandalorians can take off their helmet, that the way he was brought up was just a very severe faction of Mandalorian culture. So damn, damn, damn. That's all I can say. And even if this series wasn't continuing beyond this season, this feels like a natural ending point, quite honestly. It feels like the end of a movie, the end of a trilogy. the end of a good movie series. That's the way it felt. And that's pretty much what we want out of our Star Wars. That's what we want out of our fiction, out of our TV shows. We want something that has a good beginning, middle, and end. And we want something that is going to make us look forward to more of it, even though we have almost kind of like a natural endpoint here. And that's what's awesome about all of this. Salty Monster says, great episode. Yes. Joker the second says, Skywalker had to be involved somehow. Yeah. Well, I'm sure this is Disney's trade-off. They're like, you got to make 7 and 8 and 9 look legitimate. Do something there. And Apple Crow says, I kind of wish they had done the CGI face. They hadn't done the CGI face for Luke. At least Mark did the voice. Yeah, Mark did the voice, and the person playing Luke, body-wise, and it's called Double for Jedi, is Max Lloyd Jones. He's a British actor who has done some other CGI work, but he's also been in movies as himself. And yeah, so there we go. How relevant is your Return of the Jedi giveaway now? I know, Raymond. I was thinking that when I was typing that out, I started laughing. It's almost kind of like I had forethought in that one. Maybe. No, I didn't. It was fucking total random. It really was. If I had that much forethought into that, that would have been awesome. But yeah. All right. So, with that said, speaking of, that's a great segue, by the way, Raymond, about the contest. And so, if you want to be entered into the contest, the description is down below in the video description here of this video. And if you take a look at what the contest rules are, it's basically open to people in the continental United States only because shipping rates are a fucking bitch. They really are. International shipping rates suck. So first prize is a Return of the Jedi vintage Speeder Trooper mug. There you go. That's right. It's hand painted, even is what it says. It says hand painted. That's right. That is the dark side prize, is what that is. And I'm going to be picking a winner and a runner up. And the runner up does not go away empty handed, by the way. The runner up gets a pack of the Mandalorian playing cards. So basically, they're just like a deck of cards with the Mandalorian imprint stuff on there. So, yeah, that's what the runner up will get. For the light side prize, it is another vintage Return of the Jedi Chewbacca mug. And yes, hand painted as well. That's right. And again, for the runner up of that one is a pack of the Mandalorian trading cards, playing cards, not trading cards, playing cards. So there you go. So all you need to do is put a comment down below in the comment section of this video between now and Christmas Day, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Christmas Day. And I will be doing a special video where I draw names out of a hat. And, I'll draw the mugs first, and then I'll draw the runners up for those prizes. That's how I'm going to do that. So I really, really highly suggest, and I put this in the rules of this contest, do not add hashtags, do not add video links, anything like that to your comments, because the very voracious spam bots that we have here at YouTube will take your post and hide it from me. And I will not find it for months because that is the way they are. So definitely do not put that shit into your comment. Raymond, talking to you. I don't want to lose you on a on one of these things. So don't do it. Planet Johnny says, so Sabine Wren can give the dark saber to bo-katan, but she can't take it from Mando. Another reviewer opines that this will make her look weak because she's never won it on her own. They kind of talked about that, is that Sabine never won it herself in battle. She took it, and so it was not hers to give. And that was how they kind of, if you go back and watch that Rebels episodes or the Rebels episodes, that is how they get around that, is that Sabine never won the Darksaber herself. She took it. And she gave it to Bo-Katan after Bo-Katan showed what a hero she was to Mandalore. And all the clans were behind her wielding the Darksaber at that point. So that is where that comes from. And yes, she did never win. She has never won the Darksaber in battle. And maybe Darth, the Grand Moff Gideon, we don't know how he got it, if he won it from battle from Bo-Katan or not. We still are kind of in the dark about that. And until we know how that came about, we don't know if she's still the rightful ruler. Well, I mean, anyway, we look at it. Grand Moff Gideon lost it in a battle to Din Djarin, but did he throw that battle purposely in order to make it where Din Djarin and Bo-Katan were going to have to fight each other to get control of the Darksaber, which he does not want it. He just wants to give it up at this point. Apple Crow says Mando should have oops and drop the Darksaber into Gideon's hands. Yeah, I know, really. Joe Greer says some article mentioned how Gideon's number 2 in Sabine Wren is Sabine Wren undercover. Oh, no. Katie, who died, she died on the bridge. Joe Greer. We saw her get killed actually by Fennec. She was coming out from behind one of the little bays there, and Fennec shot her in the back. And that's her name, by the way. The actress's name is Katie. She's been on tons of stuff like Stargate SG-1, lots and lots of like sci-fi stuff, sci-fi shows. And then she started migrating over to real sci-fi shows. And then when I saw her here, I was like, oh, it's Katie, you know? Yeah. So where are we headed after that finale is what you're asking me, Morks? Well, we're headed to Mandalore is where we're heading. That's right. We're taking the trail to Mandalore. And Boba Fett saying that Mandalore is glass is kind of interesting, which I'm wondering if Mandalore was part of the whole Operation Cinder project before there was an Operation Cinder. If maybe that Mandalore was the proving ground of an Operation Cinder to burn it out. We don't know. We don't know what happened with Mandalore. So if you look at Star Wars Rebels, Sabine Wren actually talks a little bit about Mandalore from the Clan Wren household. And she says that this entire field out here used to be very verdant and green before I was born. And she goes, but that's what continuous war does to a planet, is it makes it barren. So we know that Mandalore has already been bare before the Empire shows up because of the constant civil wars that were happening on Mandalore. So maybe it's not that much of a change. Mork says, think we could finally blow open the EU. They've been bringing more and more. Yeah, I'm fairly sure they can bring in the extent. They're bringing Thrawn back. Ezra Bridger is going to be the one that's going to bring and Ahsoka. So the new Ahsoka series is definitely going to bring Thrawn back, and I really do hope they bring in Lars Mikkelsen to play Admiral Thrawn, the guy who voiced Thrawn in the Rebel series, because he looks like Thrawn. He really does. He's got the long, skinny body and the long face, and if they paint him blue, just fucking looks right like Thrawn. That would be awesome. That would be the best casting right there. And he already has the voice. He's got that scary, like really low, very even-tempered voice that he does. And it's frightening, actually. And not much scares me. So yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, we're heading to Mandalore is what we're going to be doing for season 3. I have no doubt that we're heading to Mandalore. Planet Johnny says, any chance they are really retconning the sequel trilogy slowly but surely? I don't think so, Planet Johnny. I'm fairly sure they're going to keep it as it is. And by having Dr. Pershing be the clone specialist and looking for a subject with midichlorians, that was one step towards keeping 7, 8, and 9 as it is. So they're not going to do any retcon. They're not going to bow to fan pressure. Nothing like that, and nor should they. I just, for myself, I just pretend that 7, 8, and 9 don't exist. Because yeah, I just they're horrible movies. And first and foremost, they are horrible movies just in and of themselves. And yeah, they just go every which way. So yeah, not a fan of them. But yeah, and then also just kind of destroys what could have been. No, not really a jab, but so yeah, go ahead. Remember, and once this becomes a video, put your comments down in the comment section. It's going to be below this video. And that'll enter you into the contest. Remember, continental United States only. I'm not doing international rates or anything like that, but that will enter you. And it doesn't make any difference how many comments you put in. You're only going to get one entry. If I see a name, I'm just putting in one name. That's it. You can have it in there 20 times, marks, and I will still only put it in once. All right. So, what else do I have going on this week? Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be taking off. I'm not going to do Saturday morning blast off tomorrow. I'm going to be looking for a new place to live. So, yeah, because I'm moving, all that stuff, changing jobs, whatnot. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Sunday is going to be a twofer. It's going to be The Expanse episodes 2 and 3 from season 5. I'm going to do those back to back. Monday will be His Dark Materials. Tuesday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? And I don't know what I'm doing as of yet, but I will find something. Wednesday is The Expanse, episode 4. Thursday, I'll be off because it's Christmas Eve, and then Friday, it's going to be a brief thing, but at 5 p.m., yeah, we'll do 5 p.m. Sure, why not? At 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll do the contest results of this contest and on Christmas Day. And that way it'll be a nice Christmas day for somebody there. Or 2 people, or 4 people, however it is. I'm not doing Saturday morning blast off tomorrow, Morks. I'm not. It's postponed. Are you watching this with a delay or something? Is that what's going on? All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Thank you to everybody who joined me today in the chat or tonight in the chat. And thank you if you made it this far in the video. If you're still on the fence about subscribing, take a look at the video that pops up at the very end here. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button down below. And if you can, while you're down there, hit that like button and the share button as well. And if you want to know when I'll be on live again next, hit that bell down below. It's a 50-50 chance of YouTube just notifying you. Best thing to do is go to suspendedfanimation.com. Take a look at the schedule that's up there. I change it out every week. Also, I have all the links to my social media there and all the links to my pages. So YouTube, Facebook, and the Facebook group page where you guys can post stuff and chat amongst yourselves. So, wow. Yeah. Lots of stuff. I'm going to go and watch that episode again. And yeah, it's just, I got to go and I've got to go and watch the entire season now, like all at once. And that's going to be after I prepare for my trip tomorrow. So I'm going to let you guys go for the day, night, whatever time frame it is where you are in the time space universe. Thank you, everybody who joined me tonight. Until Sunday. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may find yourself facing a platoon of dark troopers just outside the door and may need a Jedi who's in a lone X-Wing to come in and save your ass, because that happens from time to time. Thank you, everybody. I will see you again on Sunday. Until then, stay safe, Be well. Take care. Wear a fucking mask. And I will see you again on Sunday. Thanks. Have a good night.